My name is Dr. Alicia Gabriel. I am one of the co-founders of Motor City S.T.E.M and the Lab Drawer, and we are here in our manufacturing space for Motor City S.T.E.M and the Lab Drawer. So I studied bioorganic chemistry. That's what I have my doctorate in, and I also studied biochemistry as well in undergraduate and was a biology minor. Now I've been able to apply all of the things that I learned as a doctoral student and also through undergrad in the work that we do today.
My name is Deirdre Roberson, and I'm co-founder of Motor City S.T.E.M and the Lab Drawer. I am the Director of Technology and Communication. So I went to school. I have both my bachelor's and master's in chemistry with an emphasis in medicinal and biochemistry. I've worked as an environmental scientist for the city, and I've actually worked in STEM education as well. So Motor City S.T.E.M was actually founded first. It's now a nonprofit called Motor City S.T.E.M Foundation.
STEAM is science, technology, engineering, the arts, and math. Motor City S.T.E.M is our nonprofit arm, and essentially what we want to do is go into the communities, work with community organizations, work with young people in the community, and really expose them to the world of STEAM. And it's really important that they get the exposure to STEM and the arts, because the things that we've seen and the things that I've seen in terms of young people getting engaged, they're not engaged. The way that it's taught in school, it doesn't resonate with them. There are lots of cultural differences. And so we really want to give back to the community and make it relevant for them today.
We're actually changing the outcome for tomorrow. We're making sure that young black girls and black boys and other underserved youth have access to this so they can see themselves as the next scientists. So how do we meet? So it's crazy. Me and Alicia attended CAST together here in Detroit. She's a year older than me, and she was actually going to school at Xavier University in Louisiana, which I later went to. And I was actually getting some algebra honors tutoring from her in high school, and we just drummed up a conversation, not knowing it will one day lead back to this point, and we will actually be working together to change our community, the community that we're actually from. So she went to school in New Orleans. I ended up going to school in New Orleans. We just always linked up. She would get jobs in labs and then refer them to me. It's not enough of us in these STEM careers. And I like to say it all the time, like, they don't get our jokes. It's like you just feel alone in those spaces. And so we were like, how can we change that? And that's where it was like, we have to address the education issue, because that's why we're not showing up.
While I have a very supportive family, and even I also come from a musical family, so my parents are music teachers, I come from the arts, but I've always been interested in science. And so even though they were very encouraging and they wanted me to pursue my interest in science, when I actually got to the workforce, it was a totally different perspective, right? So it was difficult, much more difficult to find mentors and also people who looked like me, who had the STEM background, that really could mentor me to the next level in my career. And so it's really important for us to be that for the young people that are coming after us.
The idea for the Lab Drawer came about because we love the work we were doing with Motor City S.T.E.M, now Motor City S.T.E.M Foundation, and want to continue to do that work. But in order to continue to do that work, we have to be able to sustain ourselves. So the Lab Drawer was birthed as a company to actually fund the work we want to do with Motor City S.T.E.M Foundation.
So the Lab Drawer is a monthly subscription box that includes a STEM activity as well as an art activity that can be delivered to the home of a middle school student anywhere between the ages of 9 to 14 every month. And what we're doing with that is really getting middle school students engaged with STEM and STEAM before they go to high school and before they start getting the ideas on what they might want to pursue in college. So it's very easy. You can go to our website. It's just thelabdrawer.com. You can go ahead and purchase a Lab Drawer right there.
That's kind of why Motor City S.T.E.M was founded, to not only, give them adequate STEAM education, because we're bringing that real, but also to engage them with the arts and just so many things that they already love, from video games, pulling out the tech and that. Like, it's just so many ways we can dive into this, and we're just trying to show them, like, science is fun.
We just want to expand even larger. And with the Lab Drawer, we see it actually going maybe even worldwide, right? And really being the core of what science and what STEAM education looks like in the schools, and even as supplemental education in the home.
I just think it's so important that all my work touches on science, creativity, and just uplifting and empowering Black and brown communities. And that's what I'm committed to, and that's what my work will always be committed to.